Hello, my name's Raven, and today I'm going to be telling you guys your top 10 teen horror movies. This list will be consist of the top 10 and also some honorable mentions that sadly did not make the cut.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
The number 10 spot is Black Christmas. This movie was made in 1974 and has a 71% on Rotten Tomatoes. Black Christmas is about during Christmas break, a group of girls get stalked by someone they don't know. I guess that's like a stranger. Just like, you know, a stranger, I guess, is someone you don't know. Yeah. I have never watched Black Christmas. I should, because it's a classic. I'm probably going to when in 9 months, because it is March and Christmas is like a year away. So I'll watch it by Christmas. Yeah. The number 9 spot, you guys chose Carrie. I have not watched this movie, but I watched the trailers to just kind of kind of see like what it's about, yo. And I really want to watch it. It looks like a really good film. It was made in 1976. So it's a pretty old movie. But it still looks really good. I said a lot. I should stop that. And I go, it has a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's about Carrie White, who's a teenage girl with no friends and has a very, very religious, she has a really religious mother, and she unleashes her telekinesis. I can't talk today, apparently. Telekinesis. Yeah. Telekinesis powers after being embarrassed by her classmates at senior prom. The movie on the number 8 spot is The Lost Boys. Made in 1987. Lost Boys has a 76% on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh. This movie is about 2 teenage boys move to a new town. And they realize that the town is a haven for vampires. You know? So maybe just like take a shower and, you know, wash yourself with some garlic. Don't do that, actually. That's disgusting. Put it in your sauce. No. What can you do? Brush. You don't brush your teeth. Just always eat garlic, maybe. So when maybe it'll be in like your bloodstream or something if you always eat garlic. The movie in the 7th spot is Friday the 13th. It was made in 1980 and has a 64% on Rotten Tomatoes. This movie is about a group of camp counselors who are stalked and murdered by an unknown stranger. I guess stranger, it's kind of unknown. While trying to reopen a camp that was shut down due to countless murders. It's kind of like, come on. It was shut down because of countless murders. Okay, you don't want to reopen it because they could get murdered too. Or you. You should have known better. The movie in the number 6 spot is Urban Legend. It's one of my favorite horror movies, other than The Orphan, but that's not a teen horror. What is it? What is that? I don't know. We're just gonna not think about that water rushing somewhere. It was made in 1998. Yeah, not 1999. It has a 21% on Rotten Tomatoes. 21%. No. I don't deal with that. Just no. Not even gonna finish my sentence. No. Apparently Rotten Tomatoes doesn't know what they're talking about. Just kidding, Rotten Tomatoes. You guys are amazing. Whoa. It made $72.5 million in the box office, so Rotten Tomatoes, take that. Rewind it back. This movie is about a college student who thinks a bunch of deaths are connected to urban legends. It's a pretty dope movie. If you haven't watched it already, make sure you go check it out because, again, it's a really dope movie. I Know What You Did Last Summer is in number 5. It was made in 1997 with a sad 43% on Rotten Tomatoes. I Know What You Did Last Summer is one of my favorite teen horror movies. Do I just have a bad taste in movies or something? Because if I do, just tell me now, Rotten Tomatoes. This movie is about 4 teen friends who were bound by a tragic accident and are reunited when they find out they're being stalked by a maniac in their small town. Yeah. The number 4th spot is Halloween. This is a movie that my family loves. We watch it every Halloween, except last Halloween. And we watch Halloween, and we also watch a Nightmare on Elm Street. I love that movie. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Cause like Freddy Krueger. This is a little spiky. Am I talking about the wrong movie? I might be, and I might just be like sounding like really stupid. I think it's Nightmare on Elm Street. I think that's what it is. Halloween was made in 1987 and has a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's very close to 100%. Not 100% though. That's just really crazy. It was directed by John Carpenter and was produced by Deborah Hill. John Carpenter did a lot of things in the movie. Like, if you look at the credits, I think it was John Carpenter, or there was one name that was doing every single thing and was in so many, he was in the credits so many times, or her, and because they were just doing so many things, and I guess because they didn't have a big budget. I forget his name, the killer kills his teen sister on Halloween night. He escapes the mental hospital again on Halloween night to kill once again. So, pretty dope movie. If you haven't watched it, watch it. Only on Halloween though. Or close to Halloween to get you in the Halloween spirit. We are finally on number 3. Very close to number 1. It's Nightmare on Elm Street. I forgot that there was Nightmare on Elm Street was number 3rd. I was just talking about it. It was made in 1984. This is the old one. Yes. It's about the monstrous spirit of a slain child murderer who seeks revenge by invading the dreams of teenagers whose parents were responsible for his death. Pretty dope movie. Again, if you haven't watched it, go watch it because it's pretty dope. Hold on. Yeah. Pretty dope. Now we are on the number 2 spot, which if you didn't know already, it's very close to the number 1 spot. It's Scream! This Scream was made in 1996, one of my favorite teen horror movies. It has a 79% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, not very high, but it's pretty much 80%. So think of the percents as your grades in school. 79 isn't ideal, but 90s would be good. That's why if you like the 26% or whatever, one of the movies had 26%. If you got that grade on your test, game is about a year after mother gets murdered. A girl is terrorized by a new killer who targets the girl and her friends by using horror movies as inspiration. I was a murderer. I would probably use horror movies as an inspiration too, because that would be dope. And now before we get to the number 1 spot on your guys' top on the top 10 teen horror movies, before we get to the number 1 spot, I'm going to mention some honorable mentions that sadly did not make a list. Like Happy Death Day, that made in 2017. Fright Night, made in 1985. The Babysitter, made in 2017. And Final Destination, made in 2000. Now that we're done the honorable mentions, let's move on to your guys' number 1 teen horror movie that you guys chose. And just before I tell you, guess what you think it is? Read my mind. I'm saying it right now. Maybe not. Maybe I'm saying a different word, like llamas. I was actually. So you could not do that. Okay? Because, yeah. But number 1 spot is Cabin in the Woods. Made in 2001, yes. It has a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. Cabin in the Woods is about 5 friends who go for a break in a remote cabin. When they get more than they ask for, discovering the truth behind the cabin in the woods. Pretty cool movie. I have not watched it, but I did watch the trailer, and it looks like a pretty cool movie. And since you guys chose it for number 1, I think it's probably going to be a good movie, and I want to watch it. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I was very awkward, and I couldn't pronounce lots of words, and I didn't know lots of words, and I not like what I'm doing right now. Yeah. So I'm sorry for being so awkward and butchering people's last names, but I hope you enjoyed this list. It was your guys' list anyway, so you should enjoy it. And then watch all these movies, because it's pretty dope. Make sure to tell us on our community page if you like these movies. I guess you kind of did, because this is your list. Scratch that. If you enjoyed this video, you can answer that question. Yes, thank you so much for watching. Have a great, amazing day. Bye!